Hello, everyone. I'm excited to share a real-life example of a U.S. citizenship interview that recently took place. In this case, the immigration officer didn't follow the exact test format and instead asked a range of questions, including personal details and yes or no questions. This is a good representation of what can happen in an actual interview. Some officers may begin with the civics test, while others might start by reviewing your N-400 form. There's no fixed format they have to stick to. This interview is a great opportunity for you to practice. Make sure to familiarize yourself with the types of questions that are usually asked and work on answering them as smoothly as possible. With this preparation, I'm confident you'll feel more at ease and ready to succeed in your interview. Let's get started. Hello there. Could you provide your appointment letter and ID?
Good morning. Here you go, ma'am.
Please hold on for a moment. I'm checking the system now. All right. Please go to the door on your right to get your photo and fingerprints done, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Are you ready for the photo now?
Yes, I'm ready.
Can you straighten up and look at the camera in front of you? Perfect. Next, we'll take your fingerprints. We'll start with your left index finger. Please place your left index finger on the scanner for me. Next, please switch to your right index finger. Great. Everything is all set. Please have a seat. Your turn is coming up soon, and the officer will call you shortly.
Thank you.
Antonio Cano Cardenas.
Good morning, that's me.
Good morning. My name is Officer Sharon, and I'll be conducting your interview today. Can you please provide your full name and date of birth?
Sure. My name is Antonio Cano Cardenas, and I was born on April 7th, 1982.
May I please see your appointment notice and your green card?
Here are my documents.
Thank you. Please follow me. Before we proceed further with the interview, I need to place you under oath to ensure the truthfulness of your statements. Please place all your belongings on the desk in front of you and raise your right hand. Do you swear that the answers you are about to give are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
You are now under oath. All of your answers today must be truthful. If you deliberately provide false information, it may result in the denial of your application or legal consequences. Do you understand this?
Yes, I understand.
Great. Please have a seat. May I also see your ID and your passport?
Here you go.
Thank you. I see that you have been a lawful permanent resident of the United States for 8 years. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Can you tell me why you want to become a U.S. citizen?
I want to become a U.S. citizen because I believe in the values of democracy, freedom, and the opportunity that the United States stands for. And I'm excited about the opportunity to vote for the president.
Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No, never.
When did you obtain permanent resident status?
I became a permanent resident on October 18th, 2016.
Were you living in the U.S. before you became a permanent resident?
No, I wasn't living in the U.S. before that.
How were you granted your green card?
I was granted my green card through my wife's brother. My wife's brother sponsored me.
Where is your place of birth?
My place of birth is Mexico.
You hold Mexican citizenship, correct?
Yes.
Do you hold citizenship in more than one country?
No, I only hold citizenship in Mexico.
Okay. Did either of your parents hold U.S. citizenship before you turned 18?
No, they did not.
Your full name is Antonio Cano Cardenas. What's your last name?
My last name is Cano Cardenas.
Can you confirm how your name appears on your green card?
Yes, it appears as Antonio Cano Cardenas.
Do you use any other names?
No, I don't use any other names.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
All right. Would you like to change your name?
Yes, as I mentioned on my Form N-400, I like to change my name to Liam Cano Cardenas.
Okay. Can you confirm that your social security number is 762408908?
Yes, that's correct.
What is your height?
I'm 5 feet 4 inches tall.
Do you currently live at 1410 Frisch Road, Madison, Wisconsin, 53711?
Yes, I do.
How long have you lived at the current address?
I've lived here for 2.5 years.
Is your mailing address the same?
Yes, it is the same.
Who else resides with you at your current address?
My wife and my children.
Can you tell me the address you lived at before?
Yes, I lived at 1732 North 56th Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53208.
You moved to that address on August 26th, 2023?
No, I actually moved to that address on September 26, 2023. I made a mistake on my Form N-400. Could you please correct it for me?
Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. The other address you lived at in the last 5 years was 2711 E Kenwood Boulevard, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53211, correct?
Yes, that was the first address I had when I entered the U.S.
In the past 5 years, have you lived at any other addresses?
No,
Have you had a trip outside the U.S. that lasted more than 6 months?
no,
How many international trips have you made in the last 5 years?
I made 3 international trips in the last 5 years. The last trip was after I filed my U.S. citizenship application. Could you please help me update my Form N-400?
Sure. When did you leave the U.S.? And when did you return on that trip?
I left the U.S. on May 14, 2024, and returned on May 16, 2024.
Where did you go?
I went to Canada.
Was that trip for vacation or business?
That trip was for vacation.
For the other 2 trips, there weren't any trips that lasted more than 6 months, correct?
Yes, that's correct. The first trip was 11 days, and the second trip was just 5 days.
Have you ever traveled to Brazil?
Yes, I traveled to Brazil on my first trip.
You went to Mexico on your second trip?
Yes,
Are you employed?
yes, I am. I actually changed jobs in December 2024 after I filed my U.S. citizenship application.
Where are you employed now?
I'm currently employed at CTL Industrial Corporation.
When did you start working there?
I started working there on December 2nd, 2024.
What is your occupation at this company?
I'm a shipping clerk.
I'm updating your new employment in the system now. 1 second, please.
Thank you.
You worked at Horizon Manufacturing before, right?
Yes, I did.
When did you leave that job?
I left on November 29th, 2024.
How many years have you worked at Rockline Industries?
I've worked there for 3 years.
Now, I'll verify your marriage status. If there's anything that needs updating, just let me know, and I'll make the changes in the system.
Everything is the same with my marriage. No changes.
Great. Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Can you provide the date of your marriage?
Sure. I was married on April 6th, 2009.
Where did your marriage take place?
It took place in Mexico.
How many times have you been married?
I have been married 2 times.
When did your divorce happen?
I got divorced on January 15th, 2007.
Can you show me your divorce papers?
Here it is.
Thank you. Do you keep in touch with your ex-spouse?
No, we've never talked since the divorce.
Do you know where your ex-spouse lives now?
No, I'm not sure. All I know is that she's living in a European country.
Do you have any children from your previous marriage?
No, I don't have any children from my previous marriage.
Is your current spouse full name Jacqueline Barrera Romero?
Yes, she is.
What is her date of birth?
Her date of birth is June 12th, 1984.
Has your spouse been married before?
No, she had never been married before.
She got her U.S. citizenship last month, right?
Yes, that's right. We both applied for U.S. citizenship at the same time, but her naturalization process was much faster than mine.
That's pretty common. It happens to everyone, not just you. How many children do you have?
I have 2 children.
Are they biological children with your current spouse?
Yes, they are.
Do you know someone named Alvaro Cardenas?
Yes, that's my son.
Okay, what is his date of birth?
His date of birth is July 13th, 2011.
Is Carmen Cardenas your daughter?
Yes, she is.
How old is she?
She's 10 years old.
All right, let's continue with the civics portion now. You need to get at least 6 questions correct to pass. Here's the first question. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution?
The Bill of Rights?
What are the 2 parts of the U.S. Congress?
The Senate and House of Representatives?
Who is the commander-in-chief of the military?
The President?
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson?
What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did?
Freed the slaves?
How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
9.
Excellent! You answered 6 questions correctly, which means you've passed the civics test. Let's continue with the reading test. Please read the sentence displayed on the tablet aloud.
When is Independence Day?
Great! Let's move on to the writing test. Are you comfortable with writing on the tablet?
Yes, I'm comfortable with it.
Great! I will read a sentence and you need to write it down on the tablet. Please grab a pen and let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Independence Day is in July. Let me take a quick look. One moment. You've passed both the reading and writing test. Do you file and pay your taxes on time every year?
Yes, I do.
Since you've got your green card, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return? Or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident?
No.
Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or any other way?
No.
Do you know what is meant by claiming to be a U.S. citizen?
Yes, it means stating that you are a U.S. citizen.
Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any of the following, or been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated for world communism?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in torture?
No.
Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States?
No.
What does owe taxes mean?
To owe the government money.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in injuring or trying to injure any person intentionally and severely?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in causing harm or suffering to any person because of their race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion?
No.
Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons, or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons, which you knew or believed would be used against another person?
No.
How would you define weapon?
Like a knife or gun.
Good. Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained? For example, a prison, jail, prison camp, detention facility, or labor camp? Or have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in genocide?
No.
Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military-type training?
No.
Have you ever received training in using a gun?
No, officer.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official in the U.S. or elsewhere, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense?
No.
Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of a U.S. state, the United States, or a foreign country?
No.
Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No.
Do you understand what it means to be arrested?
Yes, it means being handcuffed by the police.
Have you ever received any government benefits?
No.
Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes.
Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment?
No.
Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States?
No.
Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States?
No.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes.
Great! Please review the updated form N-400 on the tablet. Confirm that all your information is correct and sign on the final page. The USCIS requires that you review and sign the Oath of Allegiance to confirm that you understand the meaning and responsibilities of being a U.S. citizen. Please take a moment to go over the oath on the tablet again, and then sign at the bottom if you agree with it. Congratulations! You passed all the required tests and your background checks are clear, qualifying you for U.S. citizenship. I'll submit your application for final approval, and you should expect to receive an oath ceremony notice within a few weeks. Please make sure to check your mail regularly for any updates.
I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Congratulations again, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.